I said I was going to come out here and do a reading, and it looks like the sun went down before I even had time to start the damn reading. But nonetheless, what's up, you guys? Welcome to Talk Tequila. TT here, your friendly psychic medium. We're going to do Ancestor Messages and see what comes out in the energy. It's really difficult to see, so I don't know. I may or may not even post this, but let's just go with it and see where it takes us. Alright, so the energy coming out is Mars. Action. Alright. I'm hearing fight back. There's this energy to fight against some type of resistance. 10th house energy. So, what is it? What's 10th house energy? Hold on. Let me try to see. And the glasses ain't helping because these words are so damn tiny. But when I turn the light on, the bugs come because I turned my light on in the car. So it's something to do with your career. They want you to fight back. I'm hearing the devil wears Prada. Okay. We probably won't be able to see the cards, but it's giving the devil wears Prada. Alright, so a significant thing about that movie was the girl that went to work for that well-known lady in the fashion industry. And this could apply to whatever industry that you're in. She went to work for this lady, and her boss was very demanding. And the reason why her boss was very demanding was because she saw potential in her, but she did not baby her. No matter what she had going on in her personal life, no matter what she had to do outside of work, she expected her not to make excuses for herself. She expected her to continue figuring it out. Okay, so I feel like that's how the universe is handling you right now. Figure it out. No matter what you personally have going on in your personal life, you're only as good as how hard you're willing to fight for it, how much you're willing to go hard for it. There's something about placements in your chart that are being activated right now. And so in that area of your life, that may be your superpower. So they're telling me to tell you to look up your birth chart and see where you have Aries energy. If you have any Aries placements, also check out your Mars placements. This will unlock some type of, depending on if you're male or female. If you are female, this would be what you're attracted to. If you're a male, this may be how you show up, how you go after how you take action. So your Mars placement is how you take action, right? Your masculine energy, how you show up in love. When you're doing something that you love, that's kind of how you would show up in love. So let's say, for example, you're in an industry, you love that industry. If you apply that in a relationship context, your Mars placement would be what you're willing to do for what it is that you love. So whatever zodiac placement that you have in that Mars placement, what you're willing to do, you may have to fight a little bit harder. Like say if you have Pisces in your Mars placement, you may tend to get scatterbrain. You may imagine so much to the point where you don't put things into application. You may tend to daydream a lot, feel wonderless. So you have all these ideas, but you don't put it into action, or you may be, your energies may fluctuate. Okay. Also, this is the placement of, depending on what you have there, I am picking up like how because in the movie she had big dreams, and it wasn't about the money for her. It was about accomplishing something that she felt she loved. She loved fashion. She loved journaling. She loved something. So there's something about stepping stones. The stepping stones that help get you where you're trying to go ultimately. So right about now, let's say you have like a 9-to-5 job, or you're doing something that would be considered like a stepping stone to get you where you want to go. It's not the end all be all, but it's gonna be like something that aids into something else that you love doing. And they're pretty much saying the devil wears Prada. It's not easy for someone like you. It was never meant to be easy for someone like you. And if you get tired of playing the game, the Matrix, or anything like that, take what you learn from that experience and apply it in another area of your life. Okay. And when the time comes for you to checkmate a situation, or for you to elevate beyond a situation, also know when it's time to leave. Clock it. Okay. That's the message that I'm getting for you from your ancestors, because I feel like they are opening doors for you. But what's the use of opening doors if you're going to be too afraid to walk through them? 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. If you're going to block yourself from getting through, if you're going to block yourself from going to that place, from getting wherever you're going, then there's no need to open doors for you. You're going to be disappointed in everything in life: relationships, work, creative passions. And so they want you to know that life ain't fair. They also want you to know that when you commit to the idea, not why you're doing something, because you don't always have to have a why, but that you're comfortable with the disappointments that come along with the journey. You're going to this season in your life is about accessing some other part of yourself that you haven't accessed before. They know that you're tired. They know that you're tired of being disappointed. You're tired of the games. You're tired of the whole fucking thing. But as long as you still got life and breath in your body, you can't disappoint your ancestors. That's what I'm hearing. Because your strides is only going to help the next generation, or something like that. They also are saying something about, like, you got to know your ancestors. They never cared about their struggle. As much as the outside world would perceive their struggles as a misfortune, they saw it as a rite of passage. They saw it as honor. They saw it as, we're alive, okay? We're thriving. Some people wake up every day to work hard so they don't have to do anything else the rest of their life. You come from a bloodline where you guys worked hard to eat at the end of the day, not because you were poor or because you were impoverished or because you didn't you got some type of short end of the stick. That's what y'all valued. Y'all valued a hard day of work. You guys valued being able to just cuddle at the end of the day, knowing that you guys, y'all caught that board. Y'all prepared that dinner. Everyone sat there at the table. Everyone was happy. So you have to remember, no matter where you go in the world, whether it's your homeland or you're in a new land or you grew up in this land, you still have roots that value these principles. And so while you may be trying to indoctrinate to certain belief systems, and change what you perceive to be, you know, a lack consciousness or a poor man's journey because of those cultural differences, you're not grasping what life meant to them. And as long as you're looking at what social media portrays a good life to look like, you're going to always feel like you're trying to acquire something or reach something that you're never able to touch. And that will make you cold, and that will make you bitter. That is something that they want you to take with you. If you could take nothing with you on this journey, remember that people in glass houses may look happy, but you don't know the things that they have to sacrifice in order to pretend to be happy. They may sacrifice, they never see their person at the end of the day. They never get to cuddle with them at night because that person is too busy making money, too busy doing that, too busy running the streets, but they provide you a really pretty structure, right? Of course, the people living in those situations are going to say that at least I get to shop. When I'm unhappy, I do shoppers therapy. At least I get to do that. It's like they're saying you're not really like those people. You desire true love. You desire connections that mean more than just what you can buy and what you can do. And in that movie, her relationship, they really struggled with them being from, like, when he met her, she was very easygoing, calm. She didn't really care for all the superficial things. But the more she was introduced to it, she wanted those things. And they kind of grew apart. And in the process of them growing apart, she was able to find herself and do what she loves. So even if you don't end up with someone long term, for a period of time, you guys may give you each other what you need. I don't know why that's coming through, but that is. You're very powerful. You're a very powerful person. And with all that power, of course, you're going to want to put that energy into something. You're builders. You have a bloodline inside of you that builds tribes. Some of y'all build nations. Some of you guys build community and different things like that. And so your desire to tick off those boxes and accomplish those goals, it's because you're constantly getting new ideas, new innovation, and you got to take the power, take the reins in your own hands. It's like saying you're this boss. If you're a female, I'm using a female example. If you're a female, you're like this boss bitch, okay? And if you saw in the movie Devil Wears Prada, the boss that she worked for, she had a lot of decisions to make. She was in a boss position. When she went home, she kept getting divorced and remarried because she was never home. She wasn't really available. And so the same problems that men go through, women go through too. It comes with the territory. It comes with the success. It's not personal. That's what your ancestors want you to know. So something about finding the right mate that it won't keep you confused and wondering about where they want to be, that's more valuable than having someone that is equal with you financially or equal with you in certain areas, or we're willing to be a space filler. Something about you need someone with the ingredients that that has loyalty and that's not afraid of your success too, and doesn't feel inadequate because you're successful. Okay, that type of relationship is really going to help keep your divine feminine energy present. Okay, because what they're telling me is that when you get around people that are insecure, you're going to notice that your divine feminine energy is kind of like goes away. Okay, and that has nothing to do with the financial success of a person. That has everything to do with energy canceling out energy. When someone is insecure and they do not have the emotional maturity, they do not have the self security, self reassurance, they're not confident in who they are, your divine feminine doesn't go away because that person is pretending to be the feminine. No, it goes away because in the absence of haters, in the presence of haters and jealousy, divine feminine energy don't fuck with that. Okay, so even if it's someone that you lay down with, if they're a hater, your divine feminine energy is going to dry up and literally separate herself from you and the person you're connected with, because that person becomes like envy, jealousy, and the divine feminine energy does not mix and mingle with envy and jealousy energy. So if your divine feminine energy runs away around someone, that is your moral compass. No matter what a person's financial tax bracket is or where they are successfully in life, if that person is secure in themselves, you're going to find that your divine feminine energy wants to nurture it, wants to water it, wants to speak life into it. Because there is no jealousy and envy there. There's no weeds that have to be weeded out in order for the divine feminine energy to flow fluently. You feel what I'm saying? And so Spirit is saying, let your divine feminine choose who's the best suitor for you. Let your divine feminine determine who your equal counterpart is. This way, you'll know for sure that you've made the right decision. Okay? All you got to remember, and this is what your ancestors are saying, when the weeds are present, divine feminine energy taps the fuck out, leaves the building, and takes all life with it. And so you will feel lifeless, you will feel barren, you will feel like their money stopping and all these different things happening. When divine feminine energy is present, because divine feminine energy is regenerative, right? A plant could be withering away and she'll make it rain. If the sun needs to come out, she'll remove the moisture. There's so much that she does to reassure you in your own choices by just watching your crop, watching yourself. If you feel this desire to nurture someone, to speak life into them, to be the mama bear, that doesn't make you masculine, and he wouldn't feel that way about you because he would know that you're exhibiting divine feminine energy. Okay, that's true masculinity. Masculinity was never Ken. I don't know if you guys saw the movie Barbie. True masculinity was Alan. Was it Alan or Alex? Let me know in the comment section. The one that stood there on the sideline and watched Ken and all them jump through hurdles and hoops trying to feel they just wanted to be connected to something. And she didn't feel the desire to nurture that type of energy. She said, yeah, you're fine. You can go home. I'm going to be with my girls. Because she felt the need to weed out insecurity, to weed out envy and jealousy. He became envious and jealous. And so he was not a suitable counterpart. And this may be show up as someone that's just a friend to you. Someone that you just have really close friendship with. It may not even start romantic. Okay? Because this is someone that's so secure in themselves that they can even hold space for you on your bad days. Period. They're going to be protective of you, defend you. 6 of Pentacles. What you give, they multiply. You give this person $10, they're not going to risk it and gamble it on some pipe dream. No. This is someone that makes practical. You know? Wait a minute. I bought that for you. And then this person, they take that money and they go and buy you something that you need for your business. You see what I'm saying? That's a different type of support. That's what you call, we take care of each other. Someone that's going to take the hard working money and actually go spend it on food that's going to feed everyone. That's divine feminine energy. That's 2 people operating in their yin yang. I think I dropped a card. Not someone that's going to be waiting for you to fall asleep so they can go get your card out your purse so they can go and buy themselves something that they've been wanting for a long time. You get what you can do with that. And then when you tell them like, hey, you didn't even ask me, or hey, X, Y, and Z, they over there looking at you like, oh, so only you can have it? Only you important? You think you important because you make the money, you just want to control me. And then they project it and then accuse you. And then of course, what has to happen? They have to meet wrath. So they gonna meet that person that's gonna talk to them crazy. Like, you got me bent, you got me fucked up. Who the fuck you think I am? You ain't my pimp. Sorry, y'all, that's what I was hearing. 3 of Swords. So it's like your ancestors are coming through and saying, this is what we want you to work on at this time. This is what we want you to be able to, like, don't use your physical eyes. Use your spiritual eyes. What do you sense? In that realm, no one can manipulate you. You got to be in the transparent realm. The etheric realm, because that's where the truth lies. That's where you can't confuse that energy. All right? Somebody could be a good listener. I'm hearing one of y'all dealing with someone that's a good listener. And so you may be wondering, like, just because they're a good listener, does that mean that they're the one? Can you cry in that person? I don't mean cry from a place of victimhood. I mean, when you talk to them and they ask you a question and you find yourself just wanting to tell them what you're going through. And instead of them saying like, oh, damn, sorry you went through that, you should never have to go through that. No, they don't say that. They don't discredit your journey as you should have never, shoulda, coulda, woulda, don't come out their mouth. They don't talk about the next person in the bad language. Y'all wouldn't even talk about y'all exes. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about at the end of the conversation, this person is saying to you, you're a very strong individual. You know what I'm saying? And just giving you recognition without rhyme or reason, without needing someone to blame. That's the difference. It's very subtle, but if you're still enough, you'll sense it. Your intuition will know it, and you're going to clock it. Let's close out this reading, spirits, because I really feel like, you're in the thick of it in regards to something. And remember, the devil wears Prada. They keep saying that. You got to watch that movie. Someone needs to go watch The Devil Wears Prada. And come back to this video and tell me what you gather. So I really feel guided to really focus on divine feminine energy more than like flipping and flopping between masculine and feminine. So you're going to see me use a lot of examples. Okay. So if you watch this and you're a masculine energy, or you're a feminine and you're a masculine energy, I'm sorry I regret, let me change my words. I regret to inform you that everything is going to be, that we're going to clarify. We're going to get very specific. Okay. Somebody be singing in the shower. Look at this. Singing in the rain. You got someone singing. They in cloud 9. What is this? It says the rock star, wild and free spirited. He'll serenade you tonight, forget you by the morning. All right, so this ain't my player card, but this is definitely someone that will have you in the 5D. Okay, they're not a class clown. This is someone that's they're a rock star. They wild and free spirited, which means that this is someone that not a lot of people, this person, in order to get someone like this to settle down, if they don't give you their heart, you would probably have to trap this person. And I'm not speaking about you. What I'm picking up on is possibly this person being trapped by someone before, whether it be through a child, whether it be through contract, and that person having some type of phase on their journey where they didn't have a choice, because that's what I'm getting here. Okay, so they may be a little cautious. That's what I'm picking up on. Someone that may be cautious. They not where they want to be, because I was picking up on like not being exactly where they want to be yet in life, but they are. And that's because they were thrown some monkey wrenches, and they're kind of just like fine tuning as they go. And so this person has their own pace. They learn at their own pace. They do things at their own pace. And no one's going to get this person to neglect themselves anymore. They're really prioritizing themselves and their self-care. And so for you, okay, for you, it's not your job to fix this person or heal this person. But I do feel a sense of this person is not acting when it comes to you. They genuinely feel a certain type of way about you. And it's a positive way. They've just been in survival mode for a little minute. So I gotta shake it off. Keep on playing games. No, it'll stay. They gotta shake it off. They shaking off these player days. They getting rid of anything that's been a distraction. They're getting rid of it. Okay. And I feel like you are being prepared as well with knowing how to nurture this type of love. You may be at your most vulnerable with this person, and you're going to notice that when it comes to this person, you find yourself wanting to like nurture this person, but instead of them perceiving it like, oh, stop mothering me or something like that, they're going to love those hugs, those kisses, those words of endearment. It's going to fuel them. With others that struggle with balancing their masculine and feminine energy, they would take it offensive. Not this one, okay? You speak their language. Something about the way you serenade. You serenade this person with your nurture. And if you aren't there yet, you're going to notice, like, you're going to probably say to yourself, oh, let me make sure I'm not overdoing it, you know? But I feel like you can't overdo it with this person, because it kind of motivates them. Some people, like, they'll tell you, oh, you motivate me, you can get anything out of me. Or you motivate me and, I'll build you a house. But not everybody is Noah. Not everybody can handle Allie. This is the type of person, they don't motivate themselves for recognition. They motivate themselves to progress everybody that fuck with them. That's it. Because everything that they touch turns to gold. Just like everything that you touch multiplies abundantly over everyone's lives. You see, there's a yin and yang, like they're give and take. It's not, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's a give and receive type of energy. I brought specific decks, so I want to make sure that I use them. But this reading is getting kind of long. And I'm running out of space. Fuck the haters. One thing you're going to notice about this connection that you have with this person, it is going to literally, everywhere y'all go, people are going to watch y'all and be like, y'all make me sick. Y'all make me sick. When you start hearing that, it's like, y'all make me sick. Because it's genuine. So the people that are going to say that is plastic smiles. The people that are faking to be happy in their relationship, faking to have what they thought that they wanted. It's like around you, they can't fake. Because y'all are like, oh my gosh. They're going to try to reduce it to like, oh, y'all are not married or y'all are not this. What are y'all, just like hit it and quit it, sneaky links? You know, they're going to try to reduce it. And, but they're never going to be able to forget that they saw true love in the flesh. They saw a true love connection in the flesh. And then it's going to like create this. What's going to happen is people that are in fake relationships are going to be looking at their partner, looking for things to be wrong, trying to find like, oh, you don't do this, nitpicking and stuff like that. It's going to creates ripples effects. And it's like, are you talking to someone else? Are you in love with someone else? Your relationship is going to make someone feel like they are settling. Make people in general feel like y'all are like they are settling in their connections. And so some of them may give you like congratulations, but they're really just trying to get information. Because you look like you already where you want to be in life and you just only getting started. So that's the messages that I have for you guys. Let me know in the comment section if it resonates. I'll see y'all over there. I know it's been a while, but I'm coming back, baby. I'll see you in the next one.